Hey everybody, Diane Pauley here, client conversationalist, and we are on week 2 of my video journaling project, coming to you and teaching you, some of my lessons learned and how I have brought my sweet spot of communication and vulnerability into my business, and it's what I'm teaching now, teaching other women entrepreneurs like yourselves how to communicate your story strategically but vulnerably so that you can package up your lessons learned and create a really impactful visionary business based authentically on who you are. So that said, I'm going to try my best to keep today's message short and sweet. And it's basically, just around the concept. Last week I talked a lot about ideal clients and vulnerability and the difference between that and visibility and, your lessons learned. And today I just wanted to hit the nail on the head, and something I tweeted this morning was about, stripping off the lies and, the mistruths that were told to you growing up as a child, by your family, by society, by peers, and to really start to uncover and discover and play with who you actually are. I love movies and TV shows because I'm always like with a little notebook, writing down messages and quotes that inspire me, and I get inspired by all types of the arts. And I always think of Shrek when I think of this because, he said, hey, I'm an onion and, I've got lots of layers and you got to peel the layers. And that's how I look at becoming who you are and understanding, all the complexity and quirks within yourself and becoming authentic. It's not trying to become somebody else, but it's stripping away all the crap that's not you and that doesn't work for you so that you can highlight the amazing parts of who you already are. It's great. It would be great if we could all go back to the little kids we were, before society started to kind of screw us up, because that was our real authentic selves. And that's what we have to go back to. When we go back to basics, we have to strip, not become something, not emulate some fake version of something on Instagram that is not real, but strip down all the stuff that doesn't feel right. That's like, why have I been doing this, whether it's a job or a hobby or a relationship, and start to figure out what feels good to you, what you actually desire and want and crave in your life. And that's how you start to have that light inside of you come out outwards and become more authentic and vulnerable. And it's a really beautiful and rare thing to see in this world. And on that note, another show that has been popping up into my mind a lot lately. I used to be a big fan of One Tree Hill, and I really, really love the character of Brooke Davis, played by Sophia Bush. If you haven't watched it, I suggest you go watch it. It's a really great show. But she has a lot of life quotes. The writers wrote her very well. And one of them, she talks about growing into her worth. And, one of the other main characters told her, you're one in a million, you're going to change the world. And she never believed that. She was a wonderful friend, a wonderful, eventual mother, and she had all of these great, great qualities to her. But no matter how much anybody told her how great she was, she didn't see it inside of herself until she started to strip off all that crap that was put on her, all the lies that were told to her that you're not good enough, you're not worth it. And when she started to really see herself for the first time for who she was and that all the hardships she went through were for a reason, hint, hint, she started to learn her lessons. This is why this happened, to make me stronger, to make me empowered, to see how resilient of a character I am. Then she started to see, okay, I'm starting to feel worth it. And I mean, a lot of us, I see myself in the character of Brooke Davis, and I think it's a really great lesson to learn that, we're all works in progress, and every day, this is a visual representation of it, I am growing into my worth as well. And that's where everything I talk about in business stems from. It stems from worth. Because for others to want to invest back in you and believe in what you're teaching, you've got to believe it yourself. And it doesn't mean that you have to take every business course out there and follow every formula, because I've done all that and it wasn't me. And I had to throw away everything I had done before in my other business before I rebranded this year, and I had to toss it off because it wasn't me and it wasn't working. So this year, everything's been working because I've been coming to terms with who I am, stripping off what wasn't working, and growing into my worth and finding more of my voice, which is why I do these videos as a practice to own my voice more. So I hope you got something. That was the message for today, and I really hope that you took something away from it, that you took away that you're not becoming someone else, but you're going back to basics and just trying to uncover who you have always been, because that's unique and that means you're a gem, and that's what's going to attract people to your life and to your business. So if you are a lady entrepreneur, fellow lady entrepreneur listening, keep doing what you're doing and go against the grain and do what feels good. I say if you're doing something in your business that nobody else is doing and you feel crazy for doing it, that is excellent. Keep going on that path because you're choosing the path less traveled, and the right people are going to show up, notice it, and say, wow, she's doing something different. I want to follow her. And that's what I'm doing. So hopefully you took a lesson away from this. Thank you so much for listening, and I will chat with you tomorrow.